let's start. Let's call the Honolulu Youth Commission September meeting to open. Is there any members of the public wishing to provide testimony? All right. Next would be the approval of minutes. It was attached to this email and then also on the website. It all looks good, or is there a motion to approve?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Sweet. Unless there's any against, that will be the approval of the August minutes. Moving on to election of officers. Kevin might have to walk me through this a little bit.
Sorry, actually, Chair, can we take it out of order and have the guest speaker first?
Oh, guest speaker? Okay, yeah. Who would we have as a guest speaker?
We have the Deputy Managing Director, Krishna.
Hey Chair, how are you doing?
Oh, okay, perfect. Hey.
Where should I stand so I can see the folks in the Zoom call and also doesn't screw up the cameras and you all can see me too?
I think that's a good spot.
Okay, great. So good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Krishna Jaram. I'm the Deputy Managing Director here at the City and County. So I have two main purposes as the guest speaker today. One is to thank the Commission for all that it does, and B, also to welcome the new Commissioners on board. It's an incredible pleasure and joy to have you join us. The second purpose of me being here, though, is to talk about, how does this Commission function within the context of the city government as a whole. So if you all feel comfortable, how many of you feel like you have a very good understanding of how the city operates as a municipal entity? Or let me put it differently. How many of you wouldn't mind a refresher on how the city operates as a municipal entity? Okay. And then second question, how many of you wouldn't mind a refresher on how the city council and the mayor work in passing laws and ordinances? Okay. And Chair, the reason I'm asking these questions is because I do want to make sure that we provide the Commission at a future meeting with a briefing on both of those pieces. How does the city work? How is it structured? And then how does the city pass laws? Because what we really want from this Commission, at least in part, right, is your thoughts and opinions on how the city is operating, but also your thoughts and opinions on city laws and policies that are being developed. Does that make sense, you guys? Yeah. Okay. Chair, with your permission, for a future meeting then, we'll set up a briefing about how the city works operationally, and then also how the city passes laws, and then how the Youth Commission can interact with those two aspects of the city. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you so much for coming, Krishna. I or the chair at the time will reach out to your office.
I beg your pardon, sorry?
They're having elections this time.
Oh, okay. I'll work with whoever is in leadership with this commission at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do. All right, so you folks, so I'll work on those presentations, and then we can talk more about how this commission can interact with the city, how it can provide input, guidance, everything that we hope to get from this commission as representatives of the youth in the city.
Sounds good.
Okay, and also my contact information, I'll get it out to you all. Feel free to contact me anytime, email, call, whatever. Open door policy here at the City and County. All right? All right, and welcome aboard to new folks.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you so much. I recognize that next.
Sorry, you're kind of breaking up there. Sorry,
The
Chair.
attendance should be on the,
Sorry, Chair, we missed almost all of that. Could you try turning off the camera, then maybe we can get the audio?
is this a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, could, one of the commissioners who are there, take attendance? It's on the left-hand side of the agenda.
Wait, did you want me to take it? If I can.
Oh yeah, Esther, if you can, that would be great.
Okay, Commissioner Daniel Flynn. Here, Commissioner Carranza.
Here.
Commissioner Tomari Matua.
Here.
Commissioner Asa Shimizu.
Present.
Commissioner Helena Shea. Here. Commissioner Fulton Soon.
Here.
Commissioner Clark Duran. Commissioner Riley Machina.
Present.
Commissioner Dominique Bonifacio.
Here, and Dominic, it's okay, but yes, just
Okay.
no worries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Commissioner Alana Sakase.
Here.
Commissioner Nicole Valadoy. Commissioner Khan Ho.
Here.
And Commissioner Nixon Lee.
Here.
Thank you.
And then also Commissioner Bremer.
Oh, I see. Okay. Is it on the agenda one?
No, I think it got left out.
Okay, we'll have to add it. Okay, thank you.
Alright.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me know if my audio cuts out. But moving on to the election of officers, Kevin might need to help me a bit here, but I believe we start with the chair.
Yeah.
Alright, do I need to? Yeah, okay. So Kevin, would you like to give us a refresher on how this process of elections work?
Sure, so we'll start by, if anybody wants to be nominated as a candidate for chair or for any position, we'll start with that, and they would have to accept that nomination. Once everyone who wants to be nominated is on there, we'll close nominations and then give each candidate a couple minutes to talk, and then you guys will vote on it.
And is that vote, is it, I know last time it didn't go to a vote, but just for our knowledge, if it goes to a vote, is it a raise of hands, or are we doing it on like tickets?
Whichever you would prefer.
Okay, alright, so, with that, would anyone like to nominate themselves or someone else for the position of chair?
I would like to nominate you, Commissioner Carranza, for chair.
I accept that, and I do want to say, I don't want to discourage anyone else from running, because, as I'll say in my speech, I'm not going to be on the island for a while, so, I really want to encourage anyone else to run if they want to run and can be more in-person present. So with that, is there any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Soon.
Thank you, Solana. I thank you for your nomination, but I don't think at this time I have the full-time capabilities that would require to be a chair. If I could be vice chair, I think that would be great. but I also was gonna nominate Diego to be chair. So I'm just gonna respectfully say no thank you for the nomination for chair because I think it should be Diego also.
Buddy, you wanna say anything?
Are there any other nominations?
You should do
I wouldn't mind nominating myself. I know I'm new, and this is my first time meeting you all, but I've had experience on several student governance groups, along with the University of Hawaii PSAG. So I've had that experience to lead at least. So, but I may have to get adjusted to the city things. But I don't mind working with everyone because that's what we're here for, right? To work together. So, this is Dominic Bonifacio, by the way.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Dominic. Are there any other nominations?
I have a question. Can I ask a question? Commissioner Carranza, how long would you be off island?
I think I would be off island. I'm honestly not sure. I'm off island for family reasons. So it could be January or it could be until next summer. So, yeah.
Alright, thank you.
All right. Any other nominations?
I nominate Commissioner Asa Shimizu.
I second that nomination.
I third that.
Okay. Commissioner Sumizu, do you accept?
Sure, why not? I accept the nomination.
All right. And then, Kevin, can I nominate someone if I accepted a nomination?
Yep.
I would like to nominate Commissioner Lim.
I would like to accept the nomination. Thank you.
All right. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Hearing none, we now are.
Could you list out the names of who's running for chair?
Yeah.
So far I have Commissioner Dominic, Commissioner Diego Carranza, Commissioner Asa Shimizu, and Commissioner Esther Lin.
I also have the same. So, how long did you say we speak for, Kevin?
I would say no more than 2 to 3 minutes, but it's up to you.
Dang. Okay, let's do 2-minute cap on speaking time. And let's. Do I also get to choose the order?
Yeah, but let's stick with something simple like alphabetical or reverse alphabetical.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can do alphabetical. So I'll go first. Hi everyone, my name is Diego Carranza.
Oh, that's out of
This is my
order.
second year on
Sure.
the
You have someone with the letter B.
Oh, sorry, I was going by Dominic. I'm so sorry.
No,
Yes,
no worry.
Commissioner,
Bonifacio,
how do you
yeah.
pronounce it?
Bonifacio.
Bonifacio.
Yeah.
Okay. Commissioner, please, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair Carranza. My name is Dominic Bonifacio. I'm the commissioner from District 9 with Councilmember Tolba. Nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll get more chance to talk later. Anyways, I know this is kind of rushed, so I don't really, I know that I'm just a new guy here. So, but I've had experience in student governance in the ASUH of Leewood Community College, where I am currently at. I've had several experiences in high school, along with the presidential search advisory group committee, which is searching for the next UH president. So I've had several experiences in leadership boards. I also ran for office this past election. Didn't work out too great, but it all starts with one step, right? But no, yeah. So, I think the way I would lead is make sure that we all have a say in what goes on, whether we're new, experienced. Get all the ideas out there, and treat each other kindly with respect. I know that many people think politics today is very corrupt and very irritating for a lot of people out there in the public that I've seen when I was walking around my own neighborhood. But I believe that we're the next leaders. As you say, we can be the good role model for them to show that the future is looking bright, not dark. And my style. I'm not sure if we work with the city council. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but I wouldn't mind talking to them more. I'm more of an aggressive person. I don't want to use the word. Aggressive may sound a bit overbearing, but I like to, talk with the councilors one-on-one. That's how I like to get the council members one-on-one, if we were to, make agreements with them and things like that. Because I know you guys pass resolutions, but I just want to ask, am I allowed to ask questions? Well,
that would be 2 minutes, but yes, please ask your question.
I'm just curious, how, the resolutions you guys pass, how many of them get adopted from the city council? How much on average would you say? Most of them, percentage?
I'm not entirely sure. This is my second year in the process, but I have proposed a few resolutions that are going to be addressed in city council. So, and I'm pretty sure Commissioner Carranza also made one that is being proposed. I'm not entirely sure, but I'd say last year we made around 20 or so resolutions. I'd say around a fourth of those maybe has been at least discussed in our meetings are being proposed in city council. So that's very rough estimate. I think it totally depends on what your specific city council member thinks of the resolutions that you propose and the feasibility of those things.
Thank you. I just wanted to get an estimate there. Okay. Thank you. Chair Kanza.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Now I think I'm looking at the last names correctly this time. It would be me next. So this is my second term on the Youth Commission. I done a lot of work at the state legislature and then also work at city council, so I'm fairly familiar with how both of these systems work. And I had the privilege that when the former chair was, having discussions with the mayor's office and all of those things, I had the privilege to be there with chair, so I feel like I was able to pick up a lot that Chair Campbell had to offer in terms of, how to be chair. And I also feel that I bring a good sense of understanding of the city systems, but also the city department directors. I've gotten a good opportunity to know a lot of them and work with them, and so I feel like that can be a helpful thing to have on the commission. Though I do want to be transparent that I am off island for family reasons right now, and I'm honestly not sure when I'll be able to get back. It would be a great honor and privilege to be able to be chair, but I also want to be transparent with you all. That way you guys can make the best informed decision based on the welfare of the Youth Commission. So with that, it would be Commissioner
having worked closely with Chair Campbell and even Commissioner Carranza, as well as Vice Chair or previous Vice Chair Azama and Millard, I am confident that I would be able to serve as your chairperson, and my experience in city council affairs, neighborhood boards, and the state legislature also gives me the confidence that I will try my best to stay informed for the sake of the commission. And I am very confident that I can take on the duties of a chairperson in a holistic way. I understand that the commission has kind of been in a stall right now, and it would be an honor to serve as your chairperson and allow for the smooth facilitation of this commission, representing both the mayor's office and all the council members as a whole. And thank you very much. I believe it's Commissioner Shimizu next.
Alright, yeah. Hi guys.
Sorry, was that no one else said?
You were muted.
Oh, I am so sorry. Yes,
No worries.
Commissioners, thank you, Commissioner Lim, Commissioner Shimizu, whenever you're ready.
Hi guys, I'm Asa Shimizu. My city council member is Tommy Waters. I'm a junior at Punahou, and this is my second term as well on the Youth Commission. I feel like last year was a very eye-opening experience for me in terms of learning what it's like to be a part of this government and in Hawaii, and being able to actually make a few resolutions that I kind of touched upon. In terms of my goals in this commission, a lot of it is based on sustainability. That's kind of my main passion. Growing up, I've been really interested in the like native Hawaiian species and stuff like that, and I've worked hard to try to preserve the beautiful island that we've had. As Commissioner Carranza mentioned, full transparency with you guys, I wasn't really necessarily expecting this nomination. I am a junior at Punahou still, and I have a lot of other things going on in my life. But if I were to be elected, I would do everything in my power to be a good chair for you guys and just kind of keep on going what Chair Campbell had last year. Thanks.
All right, thank you all so much. Just because we have 4 people online, Kevin, would it be possible if we did like a ticket thing? That way the people online can also just write in chat.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Did no one have any like pieces of paper that Kevin could have used?
I have a notebook. I'm not sure where he went.
I think we'll just wait because he won already.
Okay, yeah.
We just
I
gonna
can't
vote
do
for one.
paper. They can raise their hand. It's an emoji right there.
Thank you. It's the normal process just to vote for one, or to like to narrow to 2 and then vote for one. Or like process to them.
You can write whoever you want.
Thank you.
You write your favorite person. Are they gonna miss it?
Okay, I'm gonna turn
No.
it in minute.
Thank you. Thank you.
for the people online, if you can send me an email, I'll check it that way. That way our ballots are private. It is kevin.wong@honolulu.gov, and I'll check it. KEVAN.WONG. Everybody when you're done? Okay, it looks like I still don't have emails from Diego and Esther.
I pressed send a few seconds ago. It should be.
I also pressed send
Okay.
a couple seconds ago.
Alright, I got Esther's. Okay, we're good. Madam Chair, we have a new chair is Esther Lim.
Agenda is yours. The only thing I will let you know is DPS and DPR are not able to make it today. But from there, please take it away.
Thank you, Commissioner Carranza. We will now be moving on to the election of vice chairs. Is anyone interested in nominating themselves or other people?
I nominate Commissioner Shimizu.
I'll accept that nomination, and I will nominate Commissioner Ho.
I accept that nomination.
Oh, sorry, Kevin, just to confirm, there's 2 vice chairs, correct? Got it.
Yeah, there's two vice chairs.
Chair, with your permission, I would also like to nominate Commissioner Soon.
Commissioner Su.
Sorry, I accept that nomination.
Are there any more nominations? Hearing not, we will be moving the same process again. Kevin, do you think that will be okay.
Yeah, and I'll just start passing stuff out.
And are we voting for 2 people each this time?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you, everyone. And to those online? Awesome.
Yeah.
Question, Chair.
Yes?
It was my understanding that the vice chair was split up into like vice chair 1 and vice chair 2 with it like a descending hierarchy. Is that still going to be the case, or?
Was it really like that last year?
I believe it was split as far as the responsibilities that you guys wanted each one to have. So maybe, maybe you can remind us all what those responsibilities were. You can always change how they're split, but that's something you guys can decide on after.
I believe the first vice chair was in charge of confirming the agenda with like the chair and facilitating meetings when the chairperson is absent, as well as communicating to the rest of the commission along with the chair. And I believe the second chair was in charge of aiding the first vice chairperson, as well as partaking in the same, I suppose, duties. And that's all I knew of at the moment. But yeah, I do recall there being vice chair 1 and vice chair 2. So perhaps after, like, when we vote, it'll just be the first person can be whoever gets the most ballots, and the second person separate, or are we holding both of them separately?
Why don't you just do both separately? For 1 and for 2. And as long as the same person doesn't win both, we're okay.
Sorry, I would just like to remind the chair that I'm pretty sure in terms of the responsibilities, the first vice chair also would be the stand-in chair if the chair was unable to attend a meeting. So that thus the second vice chair would step in if both the first vice chair and the chair were unable to attend. So that's a pretty important consideration. Okay, just making sure.
So just recapping, the first vice chair, like Commissioner Shimizu mentioned, will be the Senate chair when the chairperson is absent, and will be partaking mainly in the duties of assisting the chairperson. And as for the second vice chair, they will be assisting both the chairperson and the first vice chairperson, and whenever both of them are absent, they will be filling in. So it descends in that order. With that, are we all clear to vote for our first vice chair?
Do the candidates want to say anything?
Oh, yes. Are we going in the same alphabetical order?
Sure, let's just do that.
Okay. Commissioner Ho?
I guess that'll be me then. Well, aloha everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Con Ho. I'm a senior at Punahou, and this is my second year in the commission. I was appointed alongside Commissioner Shimizu the same year, and I was a mayoral appointee. And you know, my first couple months, I'd say, on the youth commission, I was a little intimidated. I think being one of the younger members at that time, I felt like maybe I didn't, you know, didn't belong or whatnot. But I think as time went on, I really realized the platform that the commission allowed me to have and the experiences that it allowed me to partake in, particularly participating in, you know, the town hall in where I live on the island, which is the east side of Oahu. Those were really eye-opening experiences, and those experiences really propelled me forward to really dive into the world of really youth advocacy and increasing civic engagement in youth. You know, through my experience on the Youth Commission, I began work with Representative Peruso with Kids Voting Hawaii, right now we have over 20,000 students committed to holding a youth election statewide. And so I really want to emphasize to all of you the importance of the experience of this youth commission. I think that it provides an incredible platform for each of you to really not only learn something, but use it to better others, and that's what I've been able to do. And I hope, you know, I would be able as vice chair to really facilitate that with each and every one of you. So I'm humbled by Commissioner Shimizu's nomination, and I'd be humbled with your vote as well. So aloha.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Ho. Next will be Commissioner Shimizu.
Yeah, hi guys. I already talked a little when I was running for chair, but pretty much the same stuff. But I would like to mention that as vice chair, I would have a lot more time to be able to help you guys with whatever it is that needs to be going on. And I feel like I'd be much more capable to run that position and to fill that role for this youth commission. Not as Khan kind of mentioned in his statement, last year he felt like he was kind of one of the younger people in this commission. Well, I'm his age last year, so it is easy to understand that as still one of the younger people in this youth commission, that my responsibility of chair might be a little too much, but I can assure you guys that as vice chair for this youth commission, I'd be able to best serve your needs and work towards the benefit of all of us and the representation of youth all over the island.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Shimizu and Commissioner Soon, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair. First, thank you, Commissioner Carranza and earlier Commissioner Shea for both of your nominations. This is also my second term on the Youth Commission. I was appointed last year to represent District 6 with Councilmember Tyler DeSantis. And I'm one of the older members of the commission. I might be the older member of the commission. And at times for me, sometimes I felt a little disconnected, but I really felt the power in being one of the older members and being able to bring some of my experience. I've worked in the city over some of the summers that I went to college, and now I'm full-time back at home. So I'll be in person at meetings, and that will be great. Sorry, this week I've been really sick, and I haven't been able to do much, so I'm starting virtually. But one of my really big passions is youth engagement and getting youth really into vote. And I think this year we have a really special opportunity with the election coming up. And the older part of the bracket that we represent as commissioners are 18 through 24, and those are voting members. And that's one of my really big passions. So I would really love to be vice chair, and I think I would do a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Soon. And with that, are we ready to cast votes again? Deputy?
Yep. So,
Okay,
just to
thank you.
confirm, this is for the first vice chair, correct?
Yes, this is for the first vice chair.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Vice Chair is Colton Soon.
And now the same process will repeat again for the second vice chair. No worries, I will not make you speak again, but please cast your votes once again for the second vice chair. Thank you.
Is there any contention between, what are my choices?
It will be between Commissioner Shimizu and Commissioner Ho.
Oh, okay, got it, thank you.
Sorry, thank you.
All the votes been casted.
Yeah, so, we have a tie.
Oh gosh.
What do you do then?
I think the city constitution is that they fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like,
Bylaws just say that it's like a runoff, but it's gonna be this.
Is any members missing today?
Yeah, there's a couple members.
If you,
I mean, we could have them speak again and then vote again.
Or
Is there something that you guys would prefer to do?
I'm gonna leave it up to the rest of the commission to decide, I feel like, or unless you have something in mind.
I don't have like any ideas.
May I suggest something? I suggest we just let them do another statement, something that else they want to provide to make us convince us to go on your side. Balo,
Let's say 1 minute.
yeah, 1 minute.
You can start this, since I went.
Okay,
first,
yeah. As vice chair, for you guys, I know we've had a lot of focus on outreach, and I know that Commissioner Soon is very focused on that. I would actually be more focused on the legislature side of the of this youth commission. So thus I believe that me and Commissioner Soon would make a pretty good team as vice chairs. As I mentioned before, I've passed a few resolutions regarding both youth sports and the environmental issues, and I believe that I would help you guys in your resolution writing processes in any way that I can, and also promote resolution building ideas for you guys, because at the end of the day, we're all here to make changes in our community, and I believe that that is the best way for us to ultimately do that.
Thank you, and Commissioner Ho?
Yeah, so I know earlier in my statement, I talked a little bit about my experience and, trying to let you guys get to know me, but I think ultimately now, over the summer, I've gained the experience needed interning with the governor's office, the special projects team, surrounding policy and what at the state level they're doing in terms of, housing policy, environmental policy. I've gotten that direct experience in terms of, what the top minds in the state are thinking in terms of how we better move forward as an entire state, that I think I can apply that same experience here to the city. Additionally, in terms of outreach, I agree with Commissioner Shimizu. Commissioner Soon is an amazing, outreach is one of his main initiatives from what we've seen over the commission. And I too think I can bring that element of outreach with Kids Voting Hawaii. We've received the organization that, I've helped to found, and in terms of the Student Leadership Committee, we've helped to secure interviews with both Civil Beat and Hawaii News Now. And I think I could bring the same type of initiative here to the Youth Commission. In addition to creating a community based more on dialogue and discussion rather than just conformity. I think, over the past year, I feel like sometimes, I know I can speak for myself, I can't speak for other commissioners. Sometimes as a commissioner, it can feel a little bit daunting to really make your opinion heard, to really, if maybe you don't agree with the language of a resolution, it can feel daunting to really dissent to that. And I think that that's something that I, as vice chair, would hope to change. I think that we as a commission, we get better by debate. We get better by dissenting. And I think, passing resolutions is great and all. The more resolutions we pass as a commission, but ultimately our work as a commission isn't measured by the amount of resolutions we pass, it's the quality of resolutions. So me as a vice chair, my commitment will be to fostering a community where every single voice is not only heard and respected, but every single voice has the opportunity and feels comfortable to, disagree, to dissent, to offer a different point of view. That's what I want to bring to this commission, and hopefully, you do as well, because we all get better with dialogue.
That'll be fine. Thank you, Commissioner Ho. And we will repeat the same process between these two vice chairs. Hopefully, this will not result in a tiebreaker this time. Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you so much.
Last year was so fast. Last year it was like Charlotte, I think it was like Bron- Yeah, I was like, okay. Then it was like
Unanimous.
Bronson? Okay. Who was second vice chair? Oh, Lindsay. No, she was second.
I think it was Lindsay, right?
I forget.
And then Esther was secretary and clerk. Right?
Something like that, I forget.
It was clerk vice chair.
secretary. To outline the duties of the secretary, their main duty is to take minutes, our meeting minutes for the public and people within the commission to see. And they are also in charge of social media initiatives and the survey that we have, which hasn't really been active so far. So with the appointment of this or election of the secretary today, one of their main tasks will be to revamp that because it was a big part of the secretary's job that wasn't really continued last fiscal year. But yes, that the secretary is basically in charge of our meeting minutes and anything that has to do with documents and media getting sent out to the public and within the commission. So would anyone like to nominate themselves or others for this position?
Chair, before we do that, sorry.
Yes.
This is Commissioner Brammer's last meeting and she has to go. So I'm not sure if she has any words, or anybody else.
So me and we kind of all came in like a group last year all together, and we kind of all had that same nervousness. But I remember like when me and Commissioner Brammer kind of just like sat together and we didn't really know what to do. So it was really good like to spend this year with you and just getting to know her. And it's really sad that she's leaving since she was one of like the first people I knew. So I just want to say thank you, and it was really nice spending this term with you.
Thank you. I'll just thank you guys. I had a really great time on the commission. I'm really happy that I got to have this opportunity, and I wish you all luck in the next few years. So, thank you guys.
I would like to say thank you to Commissioner Bauer because I really appreciated her presence the last fiscal year and her active efforts to always engage in conversation and action. So thank you so much, Commissioner Bauer. It's very sad to see you go. Does anyone else have any messages, or is there anything else that we must address?
Yeah, I would also like to thank Commissioner. They were always a welcomed commissioner at every meeting because they would always participate and came to do work, and that was something that I know that the former chair Campbell very much appreciated, and it was something that I also appreciated as well. I know we all have very busy schedules and a lot going on, but it's always great when we can have discussion and activeness among the commission.
Okay, let's continue with the vote.
Sorry. I would like to nominate Commissioner Shea.
I will accept the nomination. Question. Are previous people of the position automatically nominated or no?
No.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other nominations for the position of secretary? I would like to nominate Commissioner Mishina. If you would like to accept that nomination.
Sure, I'll accept.
And any other nominations? Hearing not, we'll move on to the 2-minute speaking time for each commissioner. Commissioner Mishina, are you ready?
Yeah. I'll keep it short.
Thank you.
So I'll keep it really short. So my first year on the commission, I kind of just wanted to take it easy because like a lot of the other commissioners said, it is really intimidating, especially like your first meeting. I think we all remember that feeling. But I told myself just to take the year, kind of absorb your knowledge from all the previous people who have been in the commission for multiple years, and to just kind of watch what they do, and especially the town halls. Those were really good information, and just seeing what other people do, trying to get close to people, and just trying to form bonds and ideas. So I felt that the first year was to not really I wanted to not really write any resolutions, just to kind of watch, but I wrote a resolution that we're going to be looking at today regarding, I believe it was regarding traffic speed, which regarded a testimony which was given previously, but that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Mishina, and Commissioner Shea, whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Kalena Shea. I first started on the commission last year, and I'd just like to say I was the youngest on the commission last year. I was 14, so compared to Khan and Asa, I felt like even more intimidated. Plus, like, I was the only ELI student, so that was like very scary for me. But like last year, like Riley, I wanted to get to know what the commission was like got to know like everything about it and see everything. Sorry, my dog is outside. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay, thank you very much, both commissioners, and we will be repeating the same voting process again.
Chair, I still don't have your vote unless you want to abstain.
Apologies, I did send it earlier, but I think my connection is on the slower side.
Commissioner Machina, congratulations.
And there also happened to be a second position as the assistant secretary, Would anyone like to nominate themselves or others for that position?
I nominate Commissioner Shea.
I second that nomination.
Anyone else?
I serve that nomination.
Would Commissioner Shea like to accept this before you guys file that on?
Okay, thank you. I'll accept this.
Anyone else for Assistant Secretary? If there's only one person, do we just vote aye as a commission? I forget if that happened last fiscal year.
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor of electing Commissioner Shea as Assistant Secretary, say aye.
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 Anyone who object? Hearing none, congratulations, Assistant Secretary Shea. Election of officers. And moving to the next. Sorry, moving to the next topic of business, will be old business. Do the secretaries or past secretaries have any updates on social media? As an assistant secretary, I believe not. As a former assistant secretary. And I believe that last meeting we discussed about the Honolulu Youth Commission survey getting a revamp and getting reworked so that we can send it as a new thing to the public. If I'm not recalling if I recall correctly, that should be the case. And for the commissioner initiatives, we will have to start a new one with the new commissioners. So please keep an eye on that.
Put the
for
agenda up.
email.
Sorry. Thank you.
And we will be moving on to PIGs. Does anyone want to motion to just move on to PIGs?
I believe. Sorry, I believe you can just move on as chair.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So speaking of PIGs, I think we left it up in the air for a few of them because of the absence of a few spokespersons for the PIGs. Do we have, well, now that we have
Oh, sorry, go on, Chair.
now that Commissioner Poe is here, I think we can talk about PIG for youth intervention and trafficking, I believe, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think to recap everyone, the last meeting we kind of dissolved the PIGs. We took some of them out that we thought were obsolete moving forward. We didn't touch the PIG for youth intervention and trafficking because Commissioner Ho, we understood you had a lot of work done in that.
Mhm.
So we didn't want to do anything with it while you were being there. But I think as far as we left it, nobody was in any pigs, so we'll all have to sign up for the new secretary also.
Okay, yes, I pulled up the minutes from the last month, and we did dismiss a few PIGs such as education and DPUing Red Hill, and the PIG for environment was created, and the PIG for outreach was kept, and the discussion regarding the PIG for youth intervention and trafficking was pushed to this month, and we clarified the PIGs for the HYC newsletter, and we will be signing up for PIGs this meeting. So, do I have all the PIGs? Am I missing any?
Chair, if I could just take a quick minute to kind of explain what PIGs are to the new members.
Oh, yes, please.
So basically, this board is subject to sunshine law, similar to all the other city boards. And, what that means is that, you guys aren't allowed to discuss board matters, in big groups. This is how you do that. So these permitted interaction groups, allow commissioners to meet and talk about subjects that they're gonna be voting on, outside of public meetings. The requirement is that you guys come back and report on what you guys discussed. And so, if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, that's what this is. Thank you, Chair.
I believe it was it 6 or 7 members per PIG?
Less than 4 is the maximum. Doesn't have to be that many people, but, that's the maximum.
Yes, so maximum would be 7, and I believe we can start discussing about which commissioners are willing to join which PIG. Then we will be starting with PIG for outreach. If any commissioners are willing to sign up for that one. And does anyone want to speak about the PIG for outreach and what they do?
Yeah, I can speak for the PIG for outreach, because I think we put town hall PIG within that, correct?
I believe so,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, just to talk about that a little bit, because, me and Chair Campbell, did a lot of work on the, outreach newsletter and, stuff like that. So, the outreach is just, it's all of our, efforts to connect with the community. So last year we were able to table at, a Hawaii Food Systems Summit. We showed up to a lot of the mayor's town halls, and we also hosted a town hall of our own, and started a youth commission newsletter, where we gave updates and things like that. So it is a huge time commitment. I would say it's probably, so far, it's been the PIG that requires the biggest time commitment, but it is super active, and from what I heard in the election speeches, it looks like people are going to want to continue growing the youth commission through outreach.
Thank you, Commissioner Carranza. And I would also like to add that, yes, time consuming is a factor of this PIG, but the more people there is, the more people that you can interact and work along with. So I would like to say that it is not as daunting as it sounds, as long as everyone is active. And this PIG tends to be very active, so I would like to encourage people to sign up for this PIG. Are any commissioners interested?
I would like to be a part of the PIG for outreach.
I would also.
I will also sign up for that PIG. Commissioner Ho.
Thank you.
I'm also interested in signing up for that PIG.
I'm also interested as well, Commissioner Bonifacio.
Sorry, I believe I heard Commissioner,
Dominic.
okay, the one before that, sorry, was it?
Commissioner Sagaisai.
Or, not me. Was it Commissioner, Alana Salazar?
Yes.
Right, thank you. And with that, that's 5 members. Does anyone else want to sign up for this PIG? Okay, I would like to sign up for this PIG, so, and with that, I believe that is all for PIG for outreach. There is one more seat if anyone wants it, but hearing not, we can move on to the PIG for environment.
if you don't mind, Chair, I'd be able to speak a little on that.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this PIG, for starters, was created last meeting for you that didn't attend last meeting. So basically, this PIG is relating to the obvious environmental issues that our island faces at this time, whether it be sustainability related or any other the issues that we face. This PIG is directed towards possible resolution building, whereas the last one was more dedicated to the outreach. This is more dedicated to making change in our communities. So whether it be volunteering at certain beach cleanups or stuff like that, or also just like certain ideas that or issues that pertain to our communities that need help. So that's what kind of this permitted interaction group covers. And I was actually able to be a part of this sustainability program over this summer, where I learned a lot about the island's most pressing issues. And within this PIG, I would, if possible, like to get a few of the great minds that I talked to throughout last summer to possibly meet up with that PIG or the entire group to kind of shed some light on the different issues pertaining to our island and certain solutions that we can strive towards to solve those issues.
Thank you, Commissioner Shimizu, and we would like to open up this PIG for people, or for commissioners to sign up. Are anyone interested?
Hi, Commissioner Matua would like to sign up for this PIG.
Thank you.
Me too, Commissioner Shimizu.
Of course, thank you.
I, Nixon, or Commissioner Nixon Lee would also like to sign up for this PIG.
Anyone else? There's 3 people currently in this PIG.
Question. Is there like a limit to how many PIGs you can go into, or just?
No, you can sign up for multiple.
Okay, so I'd like to sign up for the environment PIG as well. Commissioner Dominic Bonifacio. Thank you.
Any other commissioners? If not, we'll be moving on to the PIG for youth intervention and trafficking. I believe this PIG is subject for discussion if we are going to dismiss this PIG or not, and kind of adjusting the focus of this. If Commissioner Ho would like to speak on this topic. please go ahead.
Yeah. So last session I did a lot of work with this PIG, and essentially, if I were to sum it up in simple terms, it was mainly doing with youth trafficking and the school to prison pipeline, and how do we end youth crime and trafficking as well. And so one of the main, I think, highlights of my experience on this PIG was being able to speak with the director of the largest anti-trafficking nonprofit in the state in one of our meetings. That was definitely a very eye-opening meeting, and we were actually invited to attend the rehabilitation center that organization has created, I believe, on the east side of Hawaii, on Oahu. Unfortunately, that never came to fruition, but ultimately, I think it's an incredibly sensitive topic in terms of trafficking in our community. It's very heavy, but I think it's necessary to talk about if you all feel the same. We were doing a lot of great work, especially during the spring of last year. Kind of fizzled off. Hopefully, in this upcoming session, we can also focus on, ending finding ways to combat the school to prison pipeline that we're seeing in our communities. But again, I think these two issues are growing issues in our community, and I believe there is a need for this PIG. But I'm open to discussion as well.
Sorry, if I could chime in, Chair.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so kind of building off of what Commissioner Ho was saying, I would like to mention, especially to people who are new to the commission, that one of the main issues with the previous PIGs, which caused their eventual, them to be disbanded, was lack of actual work in the field. And I feel like what Commissioner Ho and a lot of those people in that PIG were able to do last year pertaining to youth intervention and trafficking was really impressive, and thus I feel like it should definitely be kept within the system.
I agree. I think it's great. I think that the Commissioner will open us to a lot of new viewpoints, and I like that the idea a lot.
I was also in the PIG, so I understand where, and I also agree with everything that has been said about this PIG. So we will keep it open, but would you like to adjust the topic from youth intervention and trafficking to something else? If you would like the brand name of this PIG to be something that you wanted to focus on more.
Yeah, I think that's something we can definitely discuss. If this PIG does get reestablished, in terms of rebranding the name of the PIG, I don't have any immediate ideas right now. I think the trafficking aspect was something that we really focused on last session. We didn't really get into the school to prison pipeline issue as much, but that's definitely something we can dive into. It is a pretty wide umbrella, right, in terms of youth crime to trafficking, right? Those are two pretty big issues encompassed into one PIG. So that's something we can definitely discuss, whether or not we want to take that route, which route we want to take. But I think that's definitely a discussion we can hold, maybe as a PIG. But for now, we can kind of square away whether or not we want to maintain it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we will definitely have this discussion more after the reestablishment, like you mentioned. So, which means we will now open this PIG for other people or other commissioners to sign up.
I would like to join Commissioner Alana Sagaisai.
Is it safe to assume that?
Yes, I will be rejoining this session.
Thank you.
I would like to join as well, Vice Secretary Shea.
And 4 seats remaining, if any other commissioners would like to join.
I would like to join Commissioner Mishina.
I would also like to say that, sorry, did I cut someone off?
Oh, no, that's all right. I was going to say I'd like to join as well, Commissioner Bonifacio.
Thank you. I just wanted to throw in that this PIG is probably the second to most active from the outreach one, because the PIG for outreach is very active due to a lot of work, but this PIG has really focused on the topics and has strived to take action and get guest speakers as well. So if anyone else would like to sign up, this is your chance, I suppose.
I think while everyone else is still thinking about signing up, and if you are, please do. But don't be afraid that also we can create more gigs. It's not just limited to 4, and it's not just limited to these 4. And we have the power to create more during any meeting that we want, but we're gonna have to wait for the meeting to make new gigs. So if anyone has any more ideas, just throw out there for any other groups they might want to be a part of, that's allowable as well.
Yeah, thank you, Vice Chair Soon. And whenever we revisit these PIGs in our monthly meetings, I believe that you can also join later on, but it would be best to join now as PIGs will be having further discussion before the meeting times of each month. So with that being said, is anyone else willing to join the PIG for youth intervention and trafficking? I would like to join. And with that being said, we can move on to the PIG for the HYC newsletter. Commissioner Carranza is not here, but he was one of the most active members in the newsletter PIG. And I've also worked with him and our former chair Campbell on this, and I would describe it as a PIG for something that takes the work that PIG for outreach does and focuses solely on publicizing it in the form of a newsletter to other officials, other students, other people in the community as well. So if anyone would like to join the PIG for the Honolulu Youth Commission newsletter, Eastie. It's your moment.
I, Commissioner Soon, would like to join.
I would like to join as well, Vice Secretary Shea.
I will be joining as well. Are there any commissioners that are willing to sign up for this one?
Chair, just
I
to,
believe.
sorry, just
Yes.
to make a note, it's almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's fine if nobody else is going to sign up at this moment. We can talk about it again at the next
Yep.
meeting. I expect that Commissioner Carranza might also want to join again.
Yes.
I also want to say that I was thinking about a page for like health and safety. I think like those are some things that often come to us as a commission, are like health and safety concerns. For example, I know Commissioner Machina just wrote a resolution for this meeting around like a safety issue. Sorry about the noise. And this is just one of many issues that often come. So maybe for next meeting or another one, if somebody would like to lead like a health and safety meeting, that may be great too.
Thank you. And with that, I believe since we are running a very long meeting, we will be moving on to new business and resolutions. We do have future guest speakers from Mayor's Office, ETR, and DCS regarding our services, and from neighborhood commissions as well. And with that, Commissioner Mishina, or Secretary Mishina, would you like to introduce your resolution?
Yeah, thank you. So I wrote this resolution based on past testifier, I think it was Mr. Hayashi. So it was in support of Bill 44, which basically talked about having speed limits to 20 miles per hour school days, like from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on school days, and supporting that. But pretty brief, the resolution was kind of supporting that bill, but also kind of proposing that it be changed to 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. because especially in that area, the traffic, it's pretty busy, so 6 p.m. seems pretty late. But yeah, the resolution just kind of supports a 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. change of Bill 44, which is the 20 miles per hour during like school days from 7 a.m. to, well, I guess trying to be revised to 4 p.m.
Sorry, question? Does that pertain to like school, like, just like, sorry, It's like school areas.
Yes.
Sorry, it's been a long day. School areas and just like districts. Okay.
And I think it was
Gotcha.
an example Mr. Hatcher gave was like North King Street by Farrington High School, and like during that, like it's good to have like a limit, but usually at 6 p.m. is pretty late, and that's when it kind of starts to congest.
Any other questions or points of discussion?
Sorry, I would kind of like to cut in here. So, I was also there when when listening to that public testimony. I would like to point out that a lot of times, especially in the area where I live, which is on the southeast side of Oahu, there are certain schools like Kalani, for example, that go along the Kainanaole Highway. And if we were to institute or like support these bills or Bill 44, and if it was to go get in put in place, it would have significant repercussions, I believe, on traffic issues, especially in the morning and rush hour when people are both trying to leave for work and trying to get home. So I think that's an important thing to take into account when we're considering all of this. I do agree that the 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. timeline is like reasonable in terms of that's when school is in session, but I also think that it is obviously going to have a lot of effects for people in terms of their timeliness when it comes to getting on to where they have to be and stuff like that.
Thank you, Commissioner Shimizu. Anything else in terms of questions, discussion regarding this resolution?
Yeah, I have a question. So, in terms of school zone laws, I know there's speed limit laws regarding, in school zones, reduced speed limits. How does this bill kind of differ from what's already in place?
I'm pretty sure Bill 44, excuse me, Bill 44 was kind of talking, it was more just, like, as we know, there's, like, past incidents, right, as we know, and that, I guess, the main expression was that the past limits weren't cutting it, and I know that it, right, in each scenario that nothing can be, like, truly prevented, but I guess we're just trying to say that there's just, if, like, since this trend is continuing, that then implementation, like, that if you add, like, just kind of by changing it, then you could see from there. But I do, responding to Commissioner Shimizu, like, I do agree that, yeah, the traffic would be very, like, heavy and it would cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. But I would say that just in support of safety-wise, but I totally get the issue of traffic because I think we all know that feeling of, like, congestion, but yeah.
Also, sorry, to help out with the Commissioner Ho's question, the current speed zone laws in Hawaii state that in school zones you have to be go below 25 miles per hour. So this bill would essentially reduce that to 20 miles per hour. And additionally, I mean, it talks about the 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. timelines, and Commissioner Machine is proposing 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. As far as I'm concerned, there are certain school zones where that 25 per hour speed limit is only observed when during those times or during the school's times. They're able to do that by flashing the lights under the speed limit signs. So if this were to be in place, then I feel like the main thing that would be happening or that main thing that would be affected would be just the speed limit being dropped from 25 to 20. And also, I would like to point out that, sorry, I know it's late, but like people, it's hard to get people to listen to new laws like this and stuff. So that's something to take into account as well.
Yeah, I totally understand. I guess we're thinking when, like, if something's posted as 25, then a lot of people don't really go 20, right? We kind of know how people go over. So I think the intention was to have it lowered where even though if you went over, it wasn't as risky as a 25 mile per hour.
sorry, Kevin, do we vote as a commission if we are passing this resolution?
Yeah,
It's like with an I, like all in favor?
unless you want to start with if there's, well, there's.
Sorry, I'll motion to consider, this bill for voting.
Okay, thank you. Wait, did you motion to do that, and does anyone second?
Sorry, question. I hate to do this.
Sorry, it's cutting out.
This is Dominic, Commissioner Bonifacio. I just had a quick question. Is it possible to postpone the voting for the resolution so that the newer members can do some research on this? I just want more insight, that's all. Because if I vote now, I'm probably just going to abstain.
Yeah, you can motion to,
Postpone it.
consider this at another time. Yeah, to postpone it to next month or something. Yeah, you can motion to do that.
In that case, I'd like to make a motion to postpone it to the next meeting in October.
I'm gonna second that motion, and my main reasoning for this will mostly be because I would like to see more research being done on the implementations of this law or this bill and how it would affect, for example, the traffic in these school zone areas.
Okay, thank you. And does anyone motion to push the discussion of the proposed spending for fiscal quarter 1 to next meeting as well, or did we want to discuss that today? Because we just signed up for PIGs, and I don't know if we have any like set plans or agenda where we're fixed on spending for this quarter.
Yeah, I'll motion to move it to next meeting for the discussion of proposed spending.
Yeah, I'll second that. But I just wanted to let all the new members know that every year we're granted a budget from the city council. I think it's around 2,500 this year. It might be a little bit more than that. But if any of the new members have any ideas to bring it to next meeting on how we can spend this money, and we'll also discuss it in our pigs, hopefully. But I'll second that motion.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to move on to the future agenda items. It'll be everything that we discussed so far that will be postponed to next meeting, including the guest speakers, the voting on this resolution, the revisiting of the PIGs after they have been reestablished, as well as the discussion of proposed spending for our fiscal quarter. And do we have any announcements or future agenda items that the commission would like to add? Or that I missed? Hearing none, the next Honolulu Youth Commission meeting will be next month's third week, Tuesday, and I believe that is October 18th. No, it's not. I would like to check the calendar. That will be October 15th. Same time at 5:30 p.m. and make sure that our resolutions and documents are in before a week before the upcoming meeting. So please email to me. And if there is nothing else, the meeting will be adjourned at 7:09 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.